morning, traders. How you guys doing this morning? Let's get right into it. Gonna keep it short and sweet. Um, so I'll just do a quick recap of yesterday, the first trading day of the year, January 2nd, which was yesterday. Made two trades, two winners, both green, one long, one short. Um, so yeah, started out, fairly sharp. I started out with small size, being that I took a little break, and I just want to ease myself back into the market, and plus, being that my equity was well, at yesterday it was at like 592. Being that it's so small, I don't want to take high risk, so I kept it kind of small there, 300 shares per trade. Anyway, let's get right into it. I took two trades. Where's the Oh, and the time is here. Two trades yesterday, real quick and easy. One of them for $18, one for $24. Now, obviously, if I took higher share size, those would have been exponentially higher. The realize so, but it's all relative to what you buy with your share size. So anyway, I've just used 300 shares. Got an one stock here. I'll keep this watch over here. Got an Intech here for a long opportunity. I bought at the 808. I actually left a lot on the table, um, and that's one thing I'm working on for this new year. It's something I've been working on, but is patience. Once I'm in a trade, trying to maximize the full move. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I usually, once I'm green, I'm just trying to get out. You know what I mean? Once I'm green, I'm just like, okay, where's the sell button? Or if I'm short, where's the buy button? Let me get out of this thing. While I have a profit. But at the same time, I did actually have a target of 830. I'll show you here. I had a target of 830, and you see it actually got up to 834. What happened was there was a hundred and well 15 or sorry 15,000 share. um let me line this up here. It was a 15,000 share seller at I think 815, at the 815 area. It was 100. It was 50,000. So right here it said 150, meaning it was 15,000 share seller. That's what made me sell. And then it was taking a little while before any buyer stepped in to take them out. So as it was taking its time, and you could actually see it here on the chart. Um, you can see it here. You see the time on my sell was at 11:10, and you can see on the chart here where it stayed in this area right here for a while. And as you see this candle right here. You see this one candle. That this tells you everything that I saw yesterday. This one candle. It was right after I got out. You see, I got out at 11:10. Well, at 11:11, you see 30,000 shares getting bought. You see the volume right there. Check the volume out. It's 30,000 shares here. So as it was sitting there, while it was when I saw the 15,000 share seller, that was just my cue, and especially being that it was a slower stock, it wasn't many buying or selling going on at that time. I said, let me just go ahead and take my profits. Rather take profit than take a loss. So that's what happened. I probably would have stayed in longer if it wasn't for that 15,000 share selling, but it did end up going up to my target, actually a little more. So anyway, I say, hey, forget about it. Let me just go ahead and take my profit. It was $18.06. I got in at 808, got out at 814. All right, then okay, and then as I saw it, if you want to know the why I got in the trade, well, it's bouncing off that VWAP area, which is a good sign of strength. It bounced off of it multiple times. It bounced, so that showed that the VWAP was a um, at least temporarily was a resistance level, a support level. I'm sorry, support level for this stock. So that gave me the confidence to get in and ride this sucker up. All right, now let me go to the next trade. I'll make this quick because I'm gonna be getting off of here shortly. Next trade was ARLO. I got in this one short. I actually got in short here. Let me see here. Let's see where I. Yep, got in this one short. It was at 11:38. So I got in short here. I saw it breaking down here, and also I had a some technical analysis here. Saw it breaking down here. Couldn't hold. Couldn't break that $10 area. You know, it shot up as if it wanted to go to $10, but it couldn't. So I went ahead and jumped in short. Again, I didn't ride it till its full potential, but hey, I took what I took. I got in at 973, got out at 965, which was a 8 cent gain on that play. I got in at 973 around this area here, and I got out in this candle here. Not this candle, sorry. I got out. I actually let it get down. As you can see, it got down to the 60, but I was trying to wait, give it a little time to try to get down to that 950 area because that's a mental resistance level. Any whole dollar or half dollars are usually major mental resistance area. If you take a look at any stock, usually when it gets around those levels, it kind of plays off of those levels, for a little while before it leaves those areas. So that's a pretty good resistance level. And as you can see on the chart here, it reflects what I'm saying. Around this 950, you see it kind of bounce around for over 10 to 15 minutes around that area. So I I got out a little before that because I saw it popping up, but I should have held a little longer. But anyway, that's the trade from yesterday. Two green trades. I'm happy. I'm just happy to have green trades. If you watched the video yesterday, that's what I was speaking on in that video. I was just saying I really wasn't focused on how much I was making right now. Just focus on um, being consistent, being green, being profitable. That's the bottom line. Because once you get that down pat, then you can always change your share size once you have everything else lined up. So the amount you make is just all based on the share size. So that's the easy part of the job. Yeah, I mean, so you want to get your strategy down first. I know a lot of people jump in. I was one of them. I know a lot of you jumping in just looking at the dollar signs. You don't really care about anything else but the dollar signs. You're like, oh, I'm gonna get in and just make a lot of money real quick. Like some gurus out there on YouTube and other places. I'm just gonna jump in and try to get as much money up as quickly as possible. Yeah, that's fine if you know what you're doing, but you want to focus on, you know, um, getting laser sharp in your strategy first. Whether that means paper trading or trading with very small size. And just in my case, I'm just trading with very small size. But you can also paper trade. That saves you all your money. You don't spend a dollar out of your money, but you're learning in the process. A lot of people, recommend you to do that. A lot of people just, say, "Hey, I want to jump in head first, like me." I jump in head first. Honestly, I don't care if, um, you know, how everybody else does it. That's the way I choose to do it. I say I'd rather just go in and learn, get my lumps and bumps, and learn in that process. So, but yeah, that's why I only took 300 shares per trade. But what I'm gonna start to do is I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna change the share size, and it's all gonna be based. That's gonna be my minimum. 300 shares is gonna be my minimum, but it's all gonna be based on my risk level, which means sometimes the share size may be up like 1,000 shares. But it's all based on my risk level. So, say for instance, just gonna give an example of this stock. Say I was getting in, at this bounce right here. I see it at this 970 area, 980 area. All right, if I know I'm catching it down here and I'm only risking, I'll say down to 75. I'm risking, if I get at 980, I know I'm risking 5 cents. So therefore, I may take 1,000 shares there because I'm only risking $50. Or I may take 500 shares. I'm only risking $25, and then after commissions like $45 or whatever it is, $40. Um, so I can afford to take higher share size in that case. Now, if I know that say I pull this stock up a little late and I see it has already bounced from here, and now I see it kind of bottoming out here, then I won't take as much risk. So therefore, it's at this 990 area, and I know it can get down to the 980 area. That's a 10-cent risk. So I'm not gonna take 1,000 shares there, because that's $100 of risk. So in that case, then I'll jump back down to my 300 shares, because now if it does go down 10 cent, I'm only losing $30 as well. So that's what I'm gonna start doing. It's gonna be a little more flexible with my position sizing. It's all gonna be based on the risk level. You guys could take note of that and do that as well. If you know you're catching something, or you think you're catching something at a major support level, and your risk is small, 5 cent or whatever the case may be, then um, then you can afford to take a little higher size there. You don't have to have a static amount that you use. Every time I'm going to use 300, or every time you're going to use 500, or every time. No, you don't have to do that. You can do it how you want, but you can have the same amount of risk with higher size if you it. But it's all dependent on your entry levels. All right, guys. So that's it for that. Now let's get to the day real quickly. We have a reverse split. Let me go ahead and type that. We have a reverse split today. It might have not popped up on a lot of people's scanners yet. What am I doing here? NM. It actually has no volume yet for today, rather. So there's a lot of people haven't even seen it yet, saw it yet, but it's gonna open up at around 390. Um, so keep that one on watch. That should be a fun one. And it only has 12 million shares in the float. 12 million shares in the float. All right, so that should be a fun one if it gets any volume. But I'll keep it on watch for volume. Make sure see if it gets any volume, and then play it from there. Also, I see ALQA popped up on the scanners, but now as you can see, it's kind of fading off. It's a pretty big dip here. I would say it's consolidating, but it's actually it's coming back too far from its high. It's retracing too far. So, but we'll keep it on watch anyway. It still can be long play. Um, so that's all I see for today. The overall market. Let's take a look real quickly, and I'm gonna get out of here. Overall market. It is down, but it looks like it's trying to recover, but it is down on the day. So that will weigh on many stocks. Well, it will weigh on stocks that correlate and is a coefficient of the market. I can get into that another time, but let's see. Let me go ahead and take a quick look at what else we have today. So I got DBVT on watch. It's nothing to write home about, but it is up. It did gap up. This is not it's basically a bounce move, but it did a fairly good bounce from 360 back up to this, actually over $8 now. So hey, that's a big move there. But if you look at it, the reason I'm not so very interested is it typically it moves a little bit, but it's not an ideal stock. If you look at this chart, it's just not the best for me. I really, but it is moving, so I'll keep that on watch. It had broken above its gap, and as most traders would like to say, they look for the gap fill. I'm not sure it's gonna do that, but it has room up to the 1390 area. I doubt it'll get there because obviously it's a reason it got this far down. Some bad news. I'm guessing. I don't really see. Anyway, it's a reason that it went down. So I doubt it'll fill it up, but a lot of traders, on the technical side, look for a gap fill. So it's something to keep on watch. I got it over here. It's not my most ideal play. I really don't like it too much, but hey, if it starts moving, you never know. But overall, the market is right now is fairly slow. It's not much volume in the market right now. As you can see, the biggest one on watch right now, in the low cap right now, is a 76,000 share volume. So that's very low for potentially the highest watch stock in the morning here. So, but it could always pick up. The volume always could pick up at any given time. That's one thing I like about the market. Any given moment, volume will come into it, and now you got to play, and you're off to the races. So, all right, guys, that's it for today. I will catch you guys. Well, tomorrow I'm not gonna be here. Tomorrow, which is Friday, yeah, I'm not gonna be here. I got some obligations to take care of, so I'll be back trading Monday. Um, Again, I had two trades yesterday. Quick recap: two trades, two winners. The only reason that my equity is down here, it would have been at 6 and some change, but SureTrader has taken out their fee for the month. It's $104. Monthly platform fee. It's the first of the month here, so yeah, they taking that out. You have to be aware of that as well if you're going to use SureTrader. Definitely be profitable because they're going to take their fees. You know what I mean? So you have to be ahead of that. With your trades. So anyway, that's why it's at 507. But I did have two winners yesterday, no losers, 100% accuracy. If I make any trades today, I'll have a recap tomorrow, guys. Happy trading.